Welcome to Japan by Food. I'm your host Shizuka Anderson, and I'm joined again by my good friend Leina.
Hi guys.
Hi. So we're on day 3
of our coastal Japan road trip.
That's right, and we've been to Fukui Prefecture
And Kyoto.
This was such an amazing experience because we're traveling by car, so we can go to places a little bit off the beaten path and just discover a side of Western Japan that we've never seen before. So definitely a lot of hidden gems that we've seen so far. If you haven't seen our other videos yet, make sure to check them out. But today we are on day 3, so we're discovering snowy Hyogo Prefecture. We're in a place called Kannabe Kogen right now, which is known for its amazing ski resorts, as well as their great onsens, or hot springs. So today we're going to be staying at a wonderful traditional Japanese inn, enjoying the hot spring, and of course,
Some good, delicious food.
that's right, the amazing food, because there's no shortage of amazing food here. So without further ado, our first stop today is this wonderful, adorable little traditional looking restaurant, and we're gonna be having some lunch. So I'm getting a little hungry.
So am I. Let's go eat.
Let's go eat! I feel like I never get to see this side of Japan so much because we're both based in Tokyo, so we know we don't get this much snow in Tokyo. Let's go inside. Oh, this is so cute. It's Sasai-san.
Famous Japanese cartoon.
Yeah, it's a really, really classic cartoon in Japan, but they've made it out of like quilts, actually. It's like a quilt. That's so beautiful. And this is actually a really cool place because not only is it a restaurant where you can eat traditional Japanese food, it's also an inn where one group or one pair can stay overnight because they have one really beautiful room.
So one lucky pair.
Yes.
Or one lucky group.
Exactly.
Wow.
This is such an amazing lunch. I feel like this is a little bit almost too nice for a lunch. So let's dig in and give this a try. Itadakimasu. Oh wow. That is loaded with flavor.
It's sweet.
It's sweet, citrusy. Oh, it is. It's just packed with like juiciness and flavor. Very citrusy. It kind of reminds me of eating like a very high-end fish and chips.
Oh yeah.
But like a high-end fish and chips. It tastes a little bit like that. It's so good. The Kannabe area is known for their very, very unique soba noodles. And only in this region, in the Kannabe region, they actually combine their soba flour with tofu. So when they're making their soba noodles and the dough, they mix in some tofu, pressed tofu, and they roll it in to give it a really silky and very soft texture. And we've got our dipping sauce right here.
And green onion and wasabi.
Itadakimasu. It's really chewy. It is not typically there in other soba noodles.
But it doesn't have the strong buckwheat scent.
So delicious, and it's so perfect being able to eat this luxurious lunch. Still need to finish our lunch, but right after this, let's go continue on our road trip journey. Yay! Oh no! We are now in Kinosaki Onsen! Yay! It is so incredibly beautiful here. I don't know, I've heard about this place. It's exceeded all expectations.
It has, definitely.
It's a beautiful little hot spring town.
Yes.
So we're going to go explore the streets, get some street food, and then we're gonna stop by our beautiful hot spring inn. And then we'll wind down for the day with some delicious food. Let's go. Look at this adorable little stand.
What do they have? here?
They've got nikuman. It's a steamed bun, but it's not just any steamed bun. It is a Tajima WAGYU sukiyakiman, which means that it's kind of like a steamed barbecue pork bun, but instead it's got Tajima WAGYU, which is a type of Japanese Wagyu beef, in sukiyaki form. Ooh, here it is, a steaming hot steamed sukiyaki beef butt. Let's give it a try. Okay.
Itadakimasu.
Itadakimasu.
It's juicy.
And there's lots of caramelized onions in there.
Wow. I think you can taste the soy sauce and maybe like the mirin, which is like a sweet condiment used in a lot of Japanese dishes.
It's really good. Lots of flavor in this and really nice and warms you up. Do we keep walking?
Let's go.
Oh, this is it. Kinosaki Sweets. Oh, let's go inside.
Let's go.
This one's for you. What is that one again?
The matcha rice flour cheesecake.
And this is the parfait with a chocolate rice flour cheesecake on the side because I really wanted to try that rice flour cheesecake. Oh wow, it's snowing a lot. Maybe we can sit over here. Yay, we've got our desserts. Yay. It's a nice little snack in between meals. And this is my first time eating ice cream in the snow. I'm gonna start with a bite of the ice cream. Itadakimasu. Oh, I love this ice cream. It's a really, really milky, creamy, soft serve with a lovely berry sauce on top. How's your cheesecake?
It's really good. The matcha is quite strong, so the bitterness of the matcha comes out.
Really? Okay, so my parfait is pretty cool because it also has the rice flour cheesecake. It's made out of rice flour, not wheat, so it's perfect for people who have gluten allergies. Here we go. The cake is really good. It's very, in Japanese we say shittori,
Shittori, yes.
which means it's very
It's a little
moist but dense.
I really like this matcha too because usually with matcha you have to add in a lot of sugar to balance it out, but I think this one kept the bitterness on purpose, so it's really good. I can't wait to go into hot springs because it's so cold.
Can't wait to go into the onsen. And speaking of onsen, this is actually an onsen.
Gosho no yu.
Gosho no yu. And this is one of 7 hot springs that are in this area in Kinosaki Onsen region. Basically, hot spring style in Japan is public bathing. So you have to be comfortable with bathing with other people, but in Japanese culture, this is very standard and it's just actually a very, very important part of Japanese culture. So today we're going to be enjoying that later at our Onsen Hotel. Oh, we're here. What a beautiful inn.
Oh,
are you for real? It has our channel name on here, Japan by Food Sama. That's so cool. Well, we got a very nice welcome. Let's go inside. Here we are in the beautiful Onsen Hotel with this delicious looking spread.
I can't wait to dig in.
Me too.
I don't know if that's an appropriate word. I want to
because we're
keep
fancy
it classy.
ladies now. But we have our drinks now.
I have the yowanai umeshu, which means you're not gonna get drunk. Plum wine. So it has no alcohol, but if you want to still enjoy and experience a plum wine, this is what you should get. And what is that one?
This one is, it's actually a crab beer. It's a Tajima beer. In German, I believe it says Bier des Schnees.
Oh!
I don't know how to pronounce German.
それでは I will お次, which means I will pour.
Oh, thank you so much. It's a much darker than I expected crab beer and a non-alcoholic plum wine. Kanpai. Cheers. Surprisingly, I don't think I taste the crab. I'm kind of happy about that though. I don't know if I actually wanted to drink crab tasting beer. But now that we've started with our beer and plum wine, let's dig into our crab dinner.
Which shall we try first?
I think that maybe first we need to start with this one. It's called a shokuzenshu, which literally translates to a pre-meal alcoholic drink. Let's give it a try. Here we go.
It goes in very smoothly.
It is. It's very sour, but it's a little bit of a tart sour and not overpowering sour. It is kind of like a vinegar juice, which is something that you often find at the start of meals like this. It's really delicious. So now let's dig in. Okay, itadakimasu.
Itadakimasu.
Here we go. The soup is, it's a delicious fish-based dashi broth. Lots of flavor, and of course the crab is so tender and so good. Maybe we should try a little bit of sashimi?
Let's do it.
They have crab sashimi. I know!
Have you ever tried crab sashimi?
No, I have not. I'm gonna try the tight, the red snapper sashimi instead. Whoa!
It has more flavor than the regular steamed crab or the hot pot.
Really?
I'm trying to think of a word to describe it because it's my first time eating crab sashimi. It's like the fresh version of the steamed crab.
Now I'm kind of intrigued. I'm gonna do it. Here we go.
You can do it.
Raw crab sashimi. Itadakimasu. What? It's good, actually. Yeah, it's really good. It's a really interesting texture. The creaminess is very interesting, but I just realized that it's quite similar to eating a raw shrimp. So it's now time for the main course, the steamed, delicious, luxurious crab. Oh, I had the gall to say earlier that crab would be dry because you know, you're steaming it.
It's in good competition with the raw one, kind of.
Right?
Well, I think because you dipped it in the kanizu.
Yeah. What an amazing meal. I couldn't ask for anything more, to be honest. But actually, no, there's one thing that I could ask more of, and that is sake. And it is right here. The hot sake. It's very hot. Even the bottle is quite hot. All right, come by.
Bye. Ooh, it's strong. Because I didn't plan on drinking.
I know.
I started with the non-alcoholic plum wine, and I got.
Drinking more than she planned. That's all right.
That's okay.
We have to enjoy ourselves in this hotel. But so good. I love the sake hot. Yay!
Time for our little dessert.
Dessert time. We've got a fruits cocktail.
With actual fruit?
Yeah.
In it.
It's like a fruit jelly, but you know, with real fruits. Oh, that looks so nice. Yum. Okay, let's dig in. Here we go. Itadakimasu. That's really good.
Super refreshing.
This is a nice way to close the meal because yeah, it's so refreshing. Just the right amount of sweetness, tanginess, citrus. Really
Everything was so spectacular.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, today and also the past 2 days have, oh my goodness, it's been so amazing.
I feel like we've been to so many places that most travelers wouldn't go to, but they're such hidden gems.
Yeah. Where did we start off with? We started off with Fukui
Prefecture, Obama City, which I never thought I would go to, even though I'd heard about it before.
We had Saba.
Yes, Saba, which is mackerel, if I remember correctly, and we tried 3 different ways that they prepare it in that city, one of which is nare sushi, which was
like the origin of sushi.
yeah, little taste of history. And after that, we kept traveling by car. We went to Kyoto by the sea, which is called Umi no Kyoto in Japanese. And this is not Kyoto City that everyone is familiar with. This is coastal Kyoto.
I didn't realize it was Kyoto until you told me. I kind of forgot at some point, like, oh, Umi no Kyoto, this is Kyoto,
right?
Kyoto.
Right? The coastal Kyoto that we visited, the seafood was so fresh.
Oh, yeah, the oysters, fresh, wild oysters. They were huge. You got to experience sunny, windy,
and then
snowy,
sunny with a little bit of snow in Umi no Kyoto, and then gradually started to snow a lot more. By the morning, it was a snowy wonderland, and we drove through the snow for a couple hours to Hyogo Prefecture, where we are right now in Kinosaki Onsen. Would you come back again, do you think?
I would love to, and next time I would love to bring my family.
I think that would be so great to come with family, come with friends, and I totally recommend this journey if you guys are interested. It's a great opportunity to road trip and discover a side of Western Japan that you've never seen before. And if you haven't seen day 1 and day 2 of our trip, make sure to click the links and watch those videos. They were all so much fun. Thank you so much for joining me on this trip, Leina.
Thank you so much for having me. It was such a pleasure to travel 3 days with you. It was so much fun.
Oh my gosh, it was amazing. It was completely a girls' road trip. We rocked out pretty hard in the car. But anyway, we're gonna go enjoy the onsen right now because we're in an onsen hotel. So I hope you guys enjoyed our video and our, coastal road trip. And we'll see you guys in another video on Japan Bay Food. Bye!